Hello and welcome to the class. Today we are going to deal with the second unit, that is ancient architecture in India. In this unit, we'll be dealing with vocabulary. Under vocabulary, we have synonyms and antonyms. Grammar, we have common errors in noun, pronoun agreement and subject-verb agreement. Reading, improving comprehension skills, techniques for good comprehension. And under writing, we have all the formal letters as well as job application and resume writing. So before going into the text, we have a warm-up session here. There are 4 pictures given for you there. 4 pictures of 4 monuments. The first one is the Red Fort. Now, so Red Fort is very familiar. It is a historical fortification in Old Delhi. It was the main residence of the emperors of the Mughal dynasty. Shah Jahan constructed it in the year 1639. It derives its name from its red sandstone walls. Every year, the Indian Prime Minister unfurls the national flag here on the Independence Day. Next, we have the Golden Temple. The Golden Temple is a Gurudwara located in the city of Amritsar, Punjab. It is the spiritual site of Sikhism. It is a symbol of human brotherhood and equality. Next, we have Mahabalipuram. Now, Mahabalipuram or Mallapuram is a town on a strip of land between the Bay of Bengal and Great Salt Lake in Tamil Nadu. It is known for its temples and monuments, built by the Pallava dynasty in the 7th and 8th centuries. Next, we have the Ellora Caves. Ellora Caves is a series of 34 magnificent rock-cut temples in northwest central Maharashtra. The Ellora complex was designated as UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. So with this warm-up session, we'll go on to the text. Here we have ancient architecture in India. An important phase of Indian architecture began with the Mauryan Empire. The material prosperity of the Mauryans and a new religious consciousness led to achievements in all fields. Megasthenes, the ambassador of Seleucus Nicator, who visited the Mauryan court, described Chandragupta Maurya's palace as an excellent architectural achievement. It was a large palace carved out of wood. Now, here in the first paragraph, we are introduced to the Mauryan period. The Mauryan period is a very important phase in Indian architecture because many monuments were built during their reign. Now, it is mainly due to their material prosperity, their new religious consciousness, many temples because of the new religious consciousness. All these led to them building many monuments. So we get an idea of this from the account given by Megasthenes. He was the ambassador of Seleucus Nicator who visited the Mauryan court. Now he described the Mauryan palace or Chandragupta Maurya's palace as an excellent architectural achievement. It was a palace carved out of wood. Now we move on to the next paragraph. There were significant advancements in the field of architecture during Ashoka's reign. Mauryan art and architecture imbibed the influence of the Persians and the Greeks. During the reign of Ashoka, many monolithic stone pillars were erected on which teachings of Dhamma were inscribed. The highly polished pillars with animal figures adorning the top or capitals are unique and remarkable. The lion capital of the Satnath pillar has been accepted as the emblem of Indian Republic. Each pillar weighs about 50 tons and is about 50 feet high. So in the second paragraph, we are again introduced to Ashoka, Ashoka the Great, who was the greatest of the Mauryan rulers. Now, Mauryan art and architecture imbibed influence from Persians and Greeks because they visited India. And as a result, these, or they conquered India during these time, and their influence was also there in the Mauryan art and architecture. Now, during the reign of Ashoka, many monolithic stone pillars, monolithic means um, a monument or structure carved out of one single rock. Now, these pillars were erected and on which teachings of Dharma were inscribed. The Buddhist inscription or teachings were inscribed on these pillars. The highly polished pillars with animal figures adorning the top. The pillars were polished. The pillars were made out of stone and it was highly polished. And these pillars had the figures of animals on top of them, which was known as the capital. Were unique and remarkable. Now, each pillar had a different uh, figure on the top or the capital. The lion capital of the Sarnath pillar has been accepted as the emblem of the Indian Republic. Each pillar weighs about 50 tons and is about 50 feet high. So we'll move on to the next paragraph. That is, the stupas of Sanchi and Sarnath are the symbols of achievements of the Mauryan architecture. The gateways of the Sanchi stupa with beautiful sculptures depicting scenes from Jataka stories bear testimony to the skill and aesthetic sense of the artisans. Now, here it is mentioned about the stupas of Sanchi and Sarnath. Now, what do you mean by a stupa? Now, it is a spherical or dome-shaped structure which has the relic of Buddha in it, and it is a center of meditation and prayer. So there are two famous stupas mentioned here, stupas of Sanchi and Sarnath. Now these are also achievements of the Mauryan architecture. The gateways of the Sanchi stupa with the beautiful sculptures depicting scenes from the Jataka stories bear testimony to the skill and aesthetic sense of the artisans. Now, here something is mentioned, that is the Jataka stories. Now, what are Jataka stories? Now, Jataka stories are the stories of Buddha, different births of Buddha. He was born as human as well as animal before he was born as Buddha. So, these stories are mentioned in the Jataka stories, which is an example of Buddhist literature. Now, here we have a word aesthetic sense. What does that mean? Now, the Jataka stories bear testimony to the skill and aesthetic sense of the artisans, the sense of appreciating beauty. Now, in the box there you have three questions. The lion capital of Sarnath. What does capital mean here? Now, what is the meaning of the word capital in this lion capital? Now, as I told you earlier, the pillars, the monolithic pillars, the highly polished pillars had a emblem on top or the figures of some animals on top. So the top part which contains the figure is called as the capital. So that is what it means by capital. Then what is a stupa? A stupa is a spherical or dome-shaped structure which contains a relic of Buddha, which is used as a center of prayer and meditation. What is a Jataka story? A Jataka story is the story of Buddha's previous births. He took many previous births before he was born as Buddha. In this, when he was born as Buddha, he attained nirvana or moksha. So he was born many times. Now, certain times, in certain births, he was born as animals also, as an animal also. So that is what we mean by Jataka story.